Oxytocin. Oxytocin, the so-called love hormone, is the ultimate bonding agent of the human body. It's what makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside when we hug someone or share an emotional moment. But what if I told you that without oxytocin, human relationships would be, well, pretty awkward? When you're holding a tiny newborn baby? That overwhelming feeling of love and connection? That's oxytocin at work, strengthening the bond between a mother and her child. But it doesn't stop there. This hormone is also the reason we feel attached to our friends, our partners, even our pets. But oxytocin isn't just about love and cuddles. Ever felt a surge of trust after a heartfelt conversation? That's oxytocin boosting social bonding. Or how about the feeling of unity at a concert when everyone sings along to the same song? Yep, that's oxytocin too. But what happens when there's not enough oxytocin? Studies suggest that lower oxytocin levels might be linked to loneliness or difficulty forming emotional connections. Imagine a world where high fives and hugs felt empty. Pretty strange, right? So, next time you experience a heartwarming moment, thank oxytocin for making life feel a little more connected. And if you're wondering how to get more of it naturally, just give someone a hug. ADH. Imagine you're lost in a desert. The sun is blazing, you're sweating, and your water bottle is empty. Every drop of water in your body suddenly becomes precious. That's when ADH, Antidiuretic Hormone, becomes your survival hero. ADH is like your body's water manager. Its main job? To stop you from losing too much water. When you're dehydrated, ADH kicks in and tells your kidneys, hey, hold on to as much water as possible. This means less urine and more water staying in your body where you need it. But ADH isn't just about survival in extreme conditions. Ever noticed how after drinking too much coffee or alcohol, you end up running to the bathroom more often? That's because caffeine and alcohol mess with ADH, preventing it from doing its job. Your kidneys let water go freely, and boom, you get dehydrated faster. Too little ADH, that can lead to excessive thirst and frequent urination, a condition called diabetes insipidus. Too much ADH. Your body holds onto too much water, diluting your blood and making you feel bloated. So, next time you feel thirsty, remember, ADH is always working behind the scenes to keep your body's water balance just right. That's when ADH, antidiuretic hormone, becomes your survival hero. Growth hormone. Ever wondered why kids shoot up like rockets while adults just stop growing? Meet growth hormone, your body's natural architect. This little powerhouse made by your pituitary gland is the reason you went from a tiny baby to your current height. It's like a construction manager, telling your bones and muscles to grow. But here's the catch. It doesn't work alone. GH teams up with sleep, exercise, and even your diet to get the job done. And here's something wild. Most of your growth happens while you're asleep. That's why kids need extra sleep. It's literally when they grow. But GH doesn't just clock out when you're an adult. It still helps repair muscles, burn fat, and keep you strong. Now, what happens if you don't have enough? Well, in kids, it can lead to stunted growth, while in adults, it can cause fatigue, muscle loss, and even weight gain. On the flip side, too much GH can turn you into a real-life giant. Yes, gigantism is a thing, and history has plenty of cases where people kept growing way beyond normal. But here's the real kicker. Athletes and bodybuilders sometimes try to use GH as a short pathway for muscle growth. Does it work? Kind of. But it also comes with some serious risks, like abnormal bone growth and even heart problems, so better avoid them. So, if you ever wished you were taller, just know, your body did its best with the GH it had. And if you're still growing, better get some sleep. GH is waiting to do its magic. Prolactin. You've probably heard of hormones that control your emotions, keep you hydrated, or even make you grow. But what about one that's all about care and nourishment? Meet prolactin, the hormone that quite literally helps moms feed their babies. But that's not all it does. Prolactin is mostly known for its role in milk production. When a baby is born, the mother's body gets a signal, time to feed. That's prolactin's cue to start milk production. But here's the interesting part. Prolactin doesn't work alone. Another hormone, oxytocin, helps release the milk, while prolactin keeps the supply going. But wait, does prolactin only matter for women? Not at all. Scientists have found that prolactin plays a role in emotional bonding, even in men. New fathers actually experience a slight rise in prolactin levels, making them more nurturing toward their newborns. In fact, in some animals, prolactin is linked to protective behavior. It's like the parenting hormone, T3 and T4. Imagine having tiny energy managers inside your body, making sure everything runs smoothly. Your heart rate, metabolism, even how warm or cold you feel. That's T3 and T4, the thyroid hormones, working behind the scenes like a power grid controlling the speed of your body's functions. These two hormones, tridothyronine, T3, and thyroxine, T4, are made by the thyroid gland, a small butterfly-shaped organ in your neck. They're like the gas pedal for your body, deciding how fast or slow your metabolism runs. When T3 and T4 levels are high, everything speeds up. You burn more energy, your heart beats faster, and you might feel warm or even restless. When they're low, it's the opposite. You feel tired, sluggish, and cold, like a phone running on low battery mode. Ever met someone who eats a ton but never gains weight? They might have a naturally high thyroid hormone level. On the other hand, if someone struggles with fatigue and unexpected weight gain, their thyroid might not be producing enough. But T3 and T4 don't just affect energy. They also influence brain function, digestion, and even mood. An overactive thyroid, hyperthyroidism, can lead to anxiety and rapid heartbeat, while an underactive thyroid, hypothyroidism, can cause depression and memory problems. And here's the twist. Your body controls T3 and T4 like a thermostat. When levels drop, the brain sends out TSH, thyroid-stimulating hormone, to tell the thyroid gland to make more. If there's too much, it tells it to slow down. But when this system breaks, thyroid disorders happen. So the next time you feel unusually energetic or completely exhausted, it could be your thyroid hormones controlling your energy levels. Calcitonin. Think of calcitonin as your body's bone protector, a quiet but crucial hormone that keeps your calcium levels in check. Whenever there's too much calcium floating around in your blood, calcitonin steps in like a traffic cop, telling your bones to absorb the extra calcium and store it for later. At the same time, it tells your kidneys to get rid of excess calcium through urine. Why does this matter? Because too much calcium in the blood can lead to kidney stones, weak bones, or even heart problems. So, while calcitonin doesn't get as much attention as other hormones, it plays a key role in keeping your bones strong and your blood calcium balanced. PTH. If calcitonin is the bone protector, then parathyroid hormone, PTH, is the bone thief, always making sure your blood has enough calcium when you need it. When calcium levels drop too low, PTH jumps into action. It tells your bones to release stored calcium, signals the kidneys to hold on to calcium instead of flushing it out, and even boosts calcium absorption from food in the intestines. Why? Because calcium isn't just for bones. It's crucial for muscle contractions, nerve signals, and even your heartbeat. Without enough calcium, your body can't function properly, and that's where PTH becomes a lifesaver. Adrenaline. Imagine you're walking through a quiet forest, when suddenly, a twig snaps behind you. You freeze. Your heart pounds. Your breath quickens. You feel wide awake. That's adrenaline. Also known as epinephrine, adrenaline is your body's built-in emergency response system. It's released by your adrenal glands the moment your brain senses danger, real or even imagined. It's the hormone that fuels your fight-or-flight response. The moment adrenaline hits your bloodstream, your body transforms. Heart rate, upper, breathing, faster, pupils, dilated, muscles, ready to run or fight. Blood gets redirected from your stomach and skin toward your muscles and brain, giving you a burst of energy and focus, just enough to get you out of trouble. Let's say you're about to go on stage to speak in front of hundreds of people, or you're sitting in an exam hall panicking, or a car almost hits you on the street. That shaky, alert, heart-racing feeling? Yep, adrenaline. It's not just about fear either. Adrenaline shows up when you're excited, stressed, or even riding a roller coaster. Your body doesn't know the difference between "I'm thrilled" and "I'm about to die." It just reacts. But adrenaline doesn't last long. It's like a spark, fast, intense, and gone in minutes. Once the danger passes, your body slows down again. That's when you might feel shaky, exhausted, or emotional. Your system is coming off the high. In small, natural doses, adrenaline keeps us sharp and alive. But too much, too often, like in chronic stress, can exhaust your system and mess with your health. So next time your heart's pounding before a big moment, just smile and say, "Hey adrenaline, I see you. Thanks for the boost." If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to put a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss on new content.